Shaliek. Hi, how are you?
Great, how you
I'm Cristina.
Oh, hey, Cristina.
I'm Cristina from What's the 411. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah. Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Of course.
All right, cool. So what are you doing in New York?
I'm promoting out here. I'm promoting my album, Blood, Sweat, Tears. So I just came from, actually just came from the gym. And, put my cars in the bag, my bag in the car.
All right, well, first I want to say congratulations on your hit single, The Past. Yeah, all right. So you are originally from New York.
Originally from the Bronx, New York, BX, baby. Stand up.
Okay.
And, by way of Charleston, South Carolina. So I have a lot of family in Charleston, so big up to Chucktown as well.
Wow.
But, New York is my home.
Okay, how has the Bronx been receptive to Shaliek? How has anyone, hey, that's Shaliek representing the Bronx. How
I get a lot of people on Facebook and Twitter, from the Bronx, shouting me out. And they're excited, they're happy for me. And, seeing somebody from the hood is coming up and doing their thing in the business it's always a great thing. As well as Charleston, South Carolina, a lot of people I went to school with, reaching out to me and just, telling me how proud they are of me. So that's a good feeling.
Wow. So you also just recently opened up for Life Jennings in Washington, D.C.
Okay, that's my brother
How
right there.
was that?
That was awesome, man. We just left D.C. The show was yesterday. It was at Howard Theater. And it was great. The lighting was great. The crowd was great. The atmosphere was bananas. Of course, my team were always on point with it. We rehearse a lot, so we like to give the people a good show. And I met a lot of fans and took a lot of pictures, signed a lot of autographs, so it was a great feeling. Yeah.
How does the audience differ from DC versus New York?
I don't think it's a real big difference. I performed in New York a few times, one at BB King's, SOB's, a few places, and the energy is always great. DC was great energy as well, so they were similar in a lot of ways.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So I also know you're from a family of musicians.
Yeah.
Your mother's a singer and your father's a drummer. How has that supported Shaliek's career?
Someone did their research.
Yeah.
Oh, my mother, she always played songs growing up, around the house. I would be watching cartoons or playing with my cousins, and in the background, it was a soundtrack to whatever she was playing. So I always had music in my life, and it kind of molded me to be an artist. And yeah, she played great artists too. She didn't just play the radio. She went and she had albums and vinyls, and she would play it. And I would always go to her collection and just read the credits and read about the artists.
Yeah, so you mentioned that your mother played a lot of good artists.
Yeah.
I know you're a big fan of Sam Cooke and Donny Hathaway. Who is Shaliek currently listening to on the radio that we might be familiar with right now?
Right now, I love what Bruno Mars is doing. I listen to Bruno Mars, Cee Lo. I love Cee Lo.
Yeah.
I like a lot of the old Outkast stuff. Hov, Jay-Z, feeling his album. Kanye. So I don't only like R&B and soul music. I like different genres. But soul is the core of me. Sam Cooke, Donny Hathaway, Stevie Wonder. That's like I listen to that every day. Still to today. Yeah.
Speaking of genres, would you consider yourself more R&B or neo-soul?
I say soul. I'm a soul artist, soul singer. I don't really like to say anything, but if someone was to ask me, what genre would you put yourself in, I would say soul music. No neo-soul, no R&B, just soul music.
Cool.
People might categorize me as an R&B artist, and that's cool, that's fine. People might categorize me as a pop artist, that's cool, that's fine. If you see me that way, but for myself, I think I'm a soul artist.
A soul artist, okay. So now for those who don't know, you originally signed to Universal Records.
Yes, right
How?
there too.
Yeah.
I go to the office almost like maybe 3 times a week, right there.
Wow. So how has the transition been from signing, starting with Universal and now to your current record label, Pendulum Records?
Yeah. And shout out to Pendulum Records, Ruben Rodriguez, and everyone on the staff. It's been great so far. But from signing to Universal, I went on to be a songwriter. So I wasn't an artist anymore. I just kind of fell behind the scenes and just began to just songwrite. And then maybe a year and a half ago, I decided to be an artist again. So the transition was definitely, it was something I didn't think would happen. I didn't think I would ever want to be an artist again. I kind of lost not that I lost the love for it. I began to just be complacent and just be comfortable with being a songwriter.
Yeah.
And it was comfortable for me. It was a lot less stress. It was safer for me to do. and it didn't involve a lot of people. It was just myself, and at the time, that's all I trusted was myself. So I decided this is the best place for me to be until I got a real good team around me to support me and to guide me and to help me. And Pendulum Records happened to be that team, as well as my PR team and my personal team, T-Rex and Katie. You know, I feel like I have that support now, and I can really do this full time and confidently.
So would you say it was easy or difficult?
It wasn't easy. It was difficult. You know, it was difficult, and it took a lot of time. You know, it took some years. But we're here now, baby. We're here.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Also, so in your music video, The Past, I noticed you're singing right behind a piano.
Yes.
Do you actually play?
I'm not a really great piano player, but I'm getting there. And I enjoy the instrument a lot. You know, I've always enjoyed the piano. You know, did a few lessons growing up. Never stuck with it, so I'm not great. But I do love the instrument, and I am practicing. So one day I'll be great.
Wonderful. Okay, we also know you have an album coming out, Blood, Sweat, Tears. What is the official release date?
We don't have an official release date yet, but it's going to be around September, October. So look out for Blood, Sweat, Tears. The single, The Past, is on iTunes right now. So it's also on Amazon, Google Play. So y'all check it out. It's on YouTube as well. And people just been giving me great feedback about the video and the song and how it relate, you know, how they can relate to it and how it touches them. So definitely check it out.
Yeah. Where did the concept for the title name, where did that originate from?
Originally, someone sent me the track, and the track was named The Wind. And I was like, you know, the title of the track just intrigued me. I was like, The Wind, wow, let me listen to it. And I listened to it, and I just heard like this crazy bass line and these strings, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. You know, the track is not really done yet, but it does something to me. It moves me. And so I called out to a good friend of mine, Fred the writer, and I said, man, I need help with this one, man. I'm kind of, it almost intimidated me, the track, you know, and I felt like I needed to put the perfect lyrics to it, and it wasn't coming to me right away. So I reached out to Fred the writer, and he came up with The Past, and I was like, man, that's brilliant. You know what I'm saying? I said, I love it. You know, when can I cut it? I eventually cut it maybe 2 weeks after, you know, I listened to it, and I wanted to put in a bridge to it. And it just all gelled together, and here we have it, you know, The Past.
Wonderful. Now, also, do you write your own music?
I do write my own music, but I love collaborating. I love co-writing, and I love working with different people, different producers, different songwriters, and, you know, I'm a team player. That's
what's up. So now, speaking of collaborations, who would be your dream feature, or, you know, what artist would you love to collaborate with right now?
Can I pull them from back in the day?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, cool. It would have to be Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder.
I'm a huge fan of Stevie Wonder. He definitely inspired me, you know, from 4 and 5 years old, you know, and still continues to inspire me. So it would have to be Stevie Wonder. He's amazing. He's incredible, and he's Stevie. Come on, he's Stevie Wonder.
That's wonderful. So, you know, I've seen some of your performances. Do people ever get surprised at your vocal range? Or do they ever get surprised at how young you are for such a large voice?
Yeah, they do. I mean, when I speak in my lower range. Okay. You know, I speak like, you know, they be like, wow, you sing totally different from the way you speak. And I always get that. But so I get a lot of surprises in that area. But I was taught to just use different parts of my voice. You know, when you listen to Sam Cooke, he's wailing. You know, when you listen to these Donny Hathaway, he has this smooth, kind of laid back approach. So I kind of picked up on a lot of different styles, and you know, I kind of created my own style. You know, without even trying. It's just based on what I was learning and taking in.
Yeah. So now, for people who don't know who Shaliek is, what separates you from the other artists who are out here? Besides
really
your
hard,
sound.
I know it's really hard to answer a question like that. I don't really, in terms of I don't try to be different. I don't try to do anything different from whoever's, you know, out on the radio, or because I have a lot of respect for a lot of artists out here, and I love a lot of different songs, but I just do what comes natural to me, you know, and however you take that is how you take it. You know, I would hope that you would love it and, you know, accept it and share it to the rest of the world. But I just do what comes naturally, you know, and it's not trying to be anything. It's just doing what I feel and what I love.
Yeah. So the past is available on iTunes,
Amazon.
On Amazon, cool.
Yeah.
So where else can we find out any information about you? Any future tour dates? Any performances?
Absolutely. Everything is on my Facebook fan page, Official Shaliek. We need y'all to go to Official Shaliek, facebook.com/Official Shaliek, SHALIEK. And please, 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 I beg of you, like the page. Press like, because once you like the page, you're now involved in my journey. I want to bring everybody along with me, and let's take the journey together. You know, that's what I want to do with my fans.
Wonderful. So
I also have a Twitter page. Sorry, it's my Twitter is also Official Shaliek.
Okay, cool. So can we get a verse before we wrap it up? Can we get a little something from the past?
Let's do a little Stevie Wonder. Let's do a little Stevie Wonder. The past is on iTunes. We're gonna get y'all to go there to listen to it, okay? And YouTube. Let me see. I see us in the park, strolling those summer days, a few imaginings in my head and words from my heart, told only to the wind, but even without being said. A little bit of Stevie Wonder.
Wow, all right, for the ladies. Okay, so once again, this is Shaliek, and I'm Cristina from What's the 411. Thank you.
And we out, baby.
Yes.